Hey guys, what's up? I'm Albert Green, and this is a Music Talk podcast. Today we're joined by Romi Lux. She is a DJ and producer from Miami, Florida. Yeah, introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I go by Romi Lax. I'm actually not from Miami. I'm originally from Prague, Czech Republic, but I've been based in Miami the past about 6 years.
Okay, so give us a runaround. What's your background regarding music, at least?
Music, I don't really have any musical background. I just always loved music, so that's why I started DJing and then eventually producing. I grew up in Europe and I got to Orlando actually my first time. I packed my two suitcases and turntables, and I just got there and I kind of developed myself over there. I DJ all the clubs up there, and after that, I felt like there's no more room to go, so I moved to Miami for like bigger opportunities, bigger places, clubs.
Yeah.
So
So
here I am.
so what'd you start off with? I mean, obviously everyone has a starting point. What was that for you?
Like how I started off.
Yeah. What did you have
Um,
when you started off?
well, so I started on pair of turntables, and I actually was a hip hop DJ. I started on like old school hip hop, classic R&B. That was my thing. So yeah, I started on that, and it took a while. I mean, I used to go out a lot, shake hands, networking. That's how I basically got my foot in the door. And then from there, it was just kept going and going.
Yeah. That's really cool. So would you say that you really like brought yourself up to the point where like you did it on your own, or do you think you had like help along your way?
No, I totally did it on my own.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome. I feel like it's so important to do things on your own, especially now because like there's so many agencies out there that really like not
right,
necessarily take advantage, but yeah,
right.
you could say they take advantage.
Yeah, I mean, as far as DJing, I mean, people can show you, but then it takes a lot of hours and hard work, to get where you want to be.
Yeah.
And I'm still not where I want to be at all. But
So what do you think is success for you?
as far as music or just in life in general?
Tell us both.
Well, I think success is basically happiness. I mean, as far as you happy, I mean that all it matters, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I want to be, independent, living comfortably, but I don't think success is measured by money. I don't think it's necessarily true. As far as music, just be able to release on all the big labels and DJ the festivals. I mean, that's, I guess, the best you could go.
Yeah. So what labels have you released with?
What is it?
What labels have you released with?
I just recently released on Armada my latest track. It's called Set on You. I don't know if you heard it or not. It's
I
super
did.
like a dance pop track. It actually just got added to BPM, Sirius
Oh wow,
XM.
that's
So
awesome.
I'm excited
Yeah,
about
I
that.
listen to that. I listen to BPM all the time when I'm in the car.
Yeah. I used to have it in a car. I don't have it in a car anymore, but
It's funny because
it's
like I'll be
just
listening to BPM and then I'll hear like my friends' songs coming on. But like
oh yeah.
yeah, it's really
Yeah, it's
awesome.
funny because actually my friend just texted me like a couple hours ago. Like he like screenshot my song.
I do
And
that
I'm like,
almost
oh
every
cool.
time my friends' songs come on. I'm so
I do that
serious.
too. I do that too.
I mean, it's an amazing feeling, especially like
It
imagine being him.
is.
I can be sending him a picture and it probably makes his day.
For sure, you feel like your music is appreciated, and then it's being heard by so many people. So
And
it's
what I
definitely a
find
good
most amazing
feeling.
in your case, like what I find most amazing is like that you're a female. We don't have many female producers within the industry, and
I know that's the thing.
that's
Yeah.
the greatest thing about
Uh,
it. It's awesome to see everyone successful in it because it is a universal industry. Um, but obviously, we don't have as many females in the industry.
it's very male dominated industry, and yeah, it can
Yeah,
get pretty tough
and
sometimes.
it's unfortunate because all you see is like the female vocalists. You don't really get to see the DJs or the producers. The only one that would like come to mind is like Paris Hilton.
Yeah, but she's not a producer, is she?
No, I think she DJs.
Yeah, she just DJs. I've seen her a couple times.
Yeah. So who inspired you to get into it?
Well, I mean, like I said, when I started DJing, I was more into the hip hop at the time. So like my big influences at the time were like Pete Rock and Jay Dilla, DJ Premier, like all these old school, hip hop artists. After that, I totally switched to the electronic music. So right now, I think my influence would be Don Diablo. I really like his music
Yeah, he's
and
really an amazing producer.
yeah, like Oliver Heldens, and I love Kygo. I mean, so many different artists. Um, yeah.
So who you have you had any opportunity to work with any of your inspirations, or has it
I
just been a
haven't
goal?
worked with them yet. I was DJing with Dan Diablo actually a few months back.
That's amazing. Where was
Uh,
it?
so yeah, that was actually one of my bucket lists. So it was pretty cool. So yeah, the next thing I would love to release on his label. So we'll see.
That's awesome.
Depending on
So
them.
who are some like DJs that you wish one day to open up for?
Well, I opened up for Dan Diablo already, so that was already one
Crossed
of my
off the
bucket
list,
lists.
like.
Yeah, yeah. Cross. Kygo. I like Kygo a lot. Even if it's a little different,
Yeah, I mean, I've never been to his set. I've never been to
Me
his sets
neither.
before,
I've never seen him live.
so I don't really know what he plays. Does he play the tropical house that he makes, or is he playing like the big room? He's playing the future bass, you
It
know?
depends because he does concerts, right? So when he does concerts, he has like his big piano. So he's never
Yeah.
playing on a
Okay.
piano. It's more like a show, his own thing. As far as DJing, like I know he has residency, I think at Vegas, like every week during the summer. Um, he plays like normal set, like you know, dance music.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
you
Um,
have to.
so where are some places you've played at, or at least some notable places that you played at?
Well, I mean, I played around here, like Miami, USA. I played different states, Caribbean. I play in Europe when I go during the summer. I'm actually just looking for flights because I'm trying to go there maybe next month. Hopefully, it's just kind of tough with the situation right now.
Yeah, I mean, how have you been
It's
dealing with
hard.
that?
It's hard to get a flight. Like, yeah,
So difficult. So I just want to go back to one thing that you were saying before. You were playing gigs like right off the bat when you started, right?
not really. I mean, it took time, to get my foot in the door.
Yeah,
So obviously,
obviously.
yeah, I didn't have
But
like a bunch of
how did
shows.
you develop to that point? Because I feel like that's the hardest thing for these upcoming DJs. You know, it's
Get
like really getting
shows.
into the clubs and getting shows.
Well, you have to practice a lot. Obviously, that's the first thing. You got to be good in your craft and in what you're doing. And then I would say it's a lot of networking. It's almost all about who so just go out there, make connections, talk to people, shake hands, get to know the promoters, the owners,
Yeah,
the
I mean,
bookers,
that's
the
probably like a
DJs. I
majority of
mean,
the.
it all helps.
Yeah, it's probably a
What?
majority of the industry is really getting to know people.
Exactly. And that's what I did too. It's
Yeah.
just a lot about networking and connecting with the right people.
All right, so I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. But
Okay.
what are some things that you like about this industry?
What I like about it, well, first of all, I love music, so it's cool that I get to do for a living what I love. And then I also like the community, like of the all artists and DJs. I feel like it's like one big family. So that's what I really like about it. Yeah.
Yeah. But have you ever like experienced this? Like I know in my community it's like a very cuz we have a lot of mobile DJs out here. I used to
Yeah.
do a lot of mobile gigs.
I used to do mobile gigs too. I do
Yeah.
once a while, but yeah, not
I mean,
much
to be
anymore.
honest, I don't personally do them anymore. I have my own like I guess production company you could say. Um
Okay,
but I feel like that's where the money's at, especially as like
for
a
sure. It
beginner.
is.
As a
It
beginner
is.
at least. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm a beginner, but I feel like for most of them out there, you know, those starting off at $200 a party and then building your way up to like a $10,000 event is like insane, you know. Um,
I know.
but if you're doing clubs, like I definitely say, even if you're making like 200 an hour there, just do it, you know, because you're getting your foot in there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing the clubs. I'm doing, smaller places too. It depends. I'm doing it all. I mean, I don't really do weddings or any of that. definitely focusing more on the clubbing, especially
Yeah.
now, when I'm like all more about like the house and electronic music. So that's the way, way to go.
So, what genre would you consider yourself?
Um, like dance, future house, probably the most.
To be honest, I got
Yeah.
more of like a tropical house type of vibe from your music.
Really?
Yeah. Have
What
you ever heard
song are
that?
you talking about?
Your latest release on Armada.
Oh, the set on you. Well, it's typical like a pop dance radio track.
All right, I get that. Okay.
It's not really tropical. Tropical, but I know what you're saying. Like it gives you kind of the
Yeah, the
summery
drop was like more of
vibe, the
a
melody.
exactly.
Yeah.
So what was the inspiration for that song?
I don't know. I just wanted to make something really melodic, with cool vocals, like positive. It's, about the love and stuff. So yeah, that was the goal. And I worked on it with the singer. His name is Zico. I think he's from New York too, maybe. I'm not sure. So yeah, he definitely nailed the vocals. I really like it.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
did. Um, so what was the process of making that song?
Well, just we started with the melody, and from there, just basically build it up from there. It's pretty simple song when you listen to it. Um, it's just the melody and not even really big build up, and just go straight
Yeah,
to the drop.
the transition
Like
to the drop was like very simple, but yet it really like
it's
worked. You
like the
know?
dance pop, yeah.
Yeah, it really worked.
So that's kind of what they were kind of looking for too. So I tried to make it because when you listen to my like other tracks or remixes, it's more clubby.
Yeah,
Um, this
definitely.
was like the first one that I did. It was very like pop dance.
Yeah,
But
because
hey,
I
it
was
did
also
well, and it's
sorry.
in the
Continue.
radio. And go ahead.
So I was listening to the extended mix, and usually when you hear a clubby song, you're like hearing the kick right away. But I think I was hearing more of like a snare and a hi hat, so it was like a, you know,
Yes, it was just snare and hi
so it was
hat, and
very
then goes.
exactly. It was like it was very mellow, which I love about
Yeah,
music because sometimes like when you make the future house, future bass, or the big room, you really don't get to show your musical style, I guess, because you're really putting it out into this like crazy build up into this crazy drop. But I don't know. That's just an opinion, you know.
yeah, it's true. I think so too.
So
But yeah, I mean, I had fun with this track, and I like it. I'm working actually on a new one, similar to this.
you want to tell
Yeah,
us anything about that?
not yet. it's
All
still
right, all right. Next
still
time, I guess.
process.
Next time. So tell us more about the label. Because I know, like for myself, it's very interesting to hear, like all the different label deals that people get. What was that like for you? Your experience with the label?
With the Armada.
Yes, yes.
Well, actually, it's one of my friend. He came up to me and was just saying that he has a basically they're working with Armada, right? As the label. So he came up to me and was like, "Yeah, but make something that's very pop dance." So that's why I came up with this track. And yeah, they signed it right away. They liked it. So
That's
I'm
awesome.
actually looking to do a remix, like more clubby remix of this track. So yeah, we'll see.
All right, so tell us more about the experience with the label. Going down to like the, not necessarily the deal, but how did that all play out with you?
Well, I just made the track. I just sent it out to them, and they liked it. So it took a while to get a release date because I actually had this track done last summer, or I mean, I started making it actually at this time. It was like last year in May, and I got it done. I think like November or September, and yeah, it took a while till I got the release date, but yeah, about a few months.
So did you just send it
Um,
in as a demo, or did you have someone that was helping
Well,
you
I
get it
had
through?
I had I had somebody that basically is working with Armada as they're like a sub label. So
Oh,
so
so you
it
had a
was
way in.
easy. Yeah, it was easier for sure. That's what I'm saying. Like it's all about people who you know.
That's
Like I'm
literally
still
all it
trying to
is.
sign. I'm trying to sign to like all the other bigger labels, and not a good luck still. So it's all about who you know.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult.
Yeah.
But is there anything that really helps you create these connections?
like I said, a lot of going out and networking with people. That
So
that was what
literally
it's all
just
about.
going to the club some night, maybe get sitting at a
Yeah, I mean,
VIP
obviously
table.
going to specific parties, like I already know where I'm going, right? I'm not just going out to party. I'm just going
Yeah,
like, hey, I know these people gonna be there. Let me go there. Or, I go to ADE now every year in Amsterdam. So, all the businesses out there, and you just connecting with people, and you meet not a person through your friend, and then yeah.
yeah. I know a couple people that go to ADE. Have you ever heard of Andrew Marks or 2DB?
Andrew Mark. I don't know him.
How about
I
2DB?
I heard, but I don't know
Yeah, I
personally.
mean they visit it every year, and they actually made a song
Yeah.
called Amsterdam, because they love
Oh
this, they
yeah.
love the country so much. Yeah, it's awesome.
I love Netherlands. Yeah, yeah.
It's so
What about you?
crazy.
Have you been there?
I have not yet. Have I been there? But one day
You should go.
I definitely will. I'm gonna try and get there next year for AD. But yeah, we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. The ADE is still scheduled for this year, so I'm
Yeah.
like praying
Oh my
that
God, I
it
really
will
hope it
happen.
does
But you
happen.
never know. With this Corona,
Yeah, it's
who
such a
knows?
terrible situation. I would say, you know.
Yeah.
So what's the ultimate direction for your music? Like getting it to the fans. What do you want their reactions to be?
The people's reaction.
Yeah.
Um, I just want them to love my tracks and just stream and stream and make them feel good. I mean, that's what music about, right? It's supposed to make you feel somehow, like whether
Yeah.
it's sad or good or happy. I mean, music is a feeling, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like it's hard to express it. Um, how do you deal with expressing your emotions within your music? Because obviously, as a producer, it's not as easy as just singing the words. You know?
That's true. That's true. I mean, sometimes not always, it's coming from the way I feel. I mean, sometimes I just trying to make something, melodic. So I'll just make it. Even if I'm sad, then maybe that day it doesn't work. But
Yeah, as an emotion, I feel like, you know, weirdly
like
enough,
you just get ideas, right? And like if you get the idea, then you start writing something, or
yeah,
put it down. And yeah.
I feel like I don't know, not recently, but a while ago, I like kind of fell in love with like melodic dubstep. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I don't really like dubstep. It's kind of weird, but I feel like just because it's so melodic, it makes it so amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
I love
like
melodic stuff. I mean, it's catchy.
because otherwise, without a melody, you're just chords and a drop, I guess. So it's really nothing.
So what's the genre that you don't like?
Hip hop, rap, um,
Yeah, see,
indie.
I don't like the new hip hop anymore.
I hated it. I
I
totally
don't
listen.
like the message that gives. I don't like the
Exactly.
message it gives. That's why I used to play hip hop and I loved it, but it's all the old school, and I still love it, but not this new stuff.
Yeah, I
It's
mean, I also incorporate like into my mixes sometimes. I'll take like an older song and maybe make it a I don't know what genre to say, but it's more of like a 120 BPM type of vibe. So it's like it has your
yeah,
kick and your snare, but it's that old
right.
hip hop because that works. It works with the new style EDM. But
True.
I feel like if you were to take the new rap and the new hip hop, you would not be able to do that. And like you hear it,
You
cause
have to have the transitions, or just mix.
yeah, and like you
If you
hear
have
it in
like
the
this
remixes that people
70
make.
VP,
Sorry,
what?
continue what you're saying. Sorry.
No, if you have like a 70 VPM, right? It's like what 133 VPM, so you can kind of still match that, or just make a transition. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but like I feel like you can listen to like the remixes of the hip hop songs that are out or the rap songs that are out, and like they don't sound amazing. I think Skrillex he made a remix. Let me search it up. I forgot what song Skrillex remixed. It was a rap song. Skrillex. But he made this remix of. Damn it! Why can't I remember? Let's see. Oh man, this is gonna take me a while to find. Oh, Humble. You know Humble?
oh, humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he remixed Humble, and it doesn't work. It's so
But the
unfortunate.
Humble song is pretty good. It was popping in the clubs. I can tell you
Yeah,
that. Everybody
it
was playing it.
it definitely was, but like when you want to incorporate it into dance music, it doesn't work.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I know.
So, have you tried remixing any hip hop music, at least from your time that you enjoy?
Um, Not really. Just really focusing on the dance music right now. And I haven't been producing that long. I've been working in Ableton for years, but I've been really focusing on the production maybe like the past 3 years.
Oh wow! So
So
where'd you learn?
that's something actually that I wish I started like when I started DJing, because that's super important.
Yeah,
So
and I hear that
anybody who is starting out right now, start producing, because it's super important if you're trying to take, DJing and you as an artist on the next level. You need to be putting out your own songs. So
definitely, and I feel like everyone who's DJing now and is not producing now has told me that they wish they started producing earlier because they built up this fan
exactly.
base for DJing, but their fan base for producing is like minimal, you know. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely a very important thing. But where did you learn how to produce?
I learned on my own actually from like YouTube tutorials, and we're subscribed to different like websites, and I also went to school here in Miami um for production, and I still go to studio. Yeah.
But yeah, so we're getting towards the end. But I have a couple more questions for you, or a few more questions.
All right.
So, if you can give us three essential tips for navigating anyone through the industry, or maybe production tips, whatever it is, what would they be?
Well, definitely be prepared to put a lot of hours into, practicing DJing or producing. It takes a lot. And don't be discouraged, because you're gonna hear a lot of no's all the time. I think you get turned down all the time, so you just gonna have a tough skin and just keep going. And yeah, start producing for sure. In the beginning, producing. That would be my three tips. Yeah.
So, my next question for you is what's next for you as an artist?
Well, right now I'm not even working, so I have no idea what's next.
Do you have any
uh,
releases
well,
coming up, or well, you told us you're working on something.
yeah, I'm working on a few things. So we'll see about that. How is it gonna go? Or what's next? I mean, just keep working on music, and releasing on bigger labels and getting better shows. That's basically the goal.
Yeah.
So hopefully soon. I mean, right now with this corona, I don't even know if there's gonna be any summer or when I'm gonna play, the next time. But hoping soon.
All right. So yeah, guys, that is the Music Talk podcast with Romi Lux. Is there anything else you want to say to me or to them?
Just thank you for supporting me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and thanks for having me.
Of course.
Yes,
um,
yes.
so yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and bye.